It's not helpful syncing anything.
You know? All right,
Okay.
synced. Hey, trashlings! Welcome back to the Demon Trash Podcast. I'm Carol, aka Papa Trash.
And I'm Avery, aka Baby Demon.
And
Welcome back.
welcome to the
back
first
to
podcast
Tool.
of 2023.
Yeah, a whole new year.
It's a whole ass new year.
A whole ass new year.
It's a whole ass new year.
Right for possibilities. Anything can happen.
I'm just looking at your Demon Trash moment.
Thriving, still
Yeah.
aliving, you know.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Thank God. For how much longer? Who knows? You know, no one knows that. That's the scariest thing. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the podcast. We've got a really fun one. I say that every time. I promise it's fun. Believe me. And hey, trashlings, to all the new trashlings here. I just want to briefly start off by saying that this year we have big things planned for Demon Trash.
Bigger, better. Never done
Bigger,
before.
better, faster, stronger. And yeah, so I would definitely check out all our links in our description box. Check out our Patreon. We also have a Discord now, so join us on Discord in the Demon Trash realm so that we can be trashings together in a safe space. And, you know, really get this cult off the ground because I'm tired of playing games, you know. We're also going to be live streaming and stuff, so live streaming. I'm like such a millennial, dude. We're going to be streaming whatever.
Live.
Fucking in real time. And
HD.
so yeah, in like full 5.8K.
No.
4.58K.
We're streaming in 240p, dude.
I want you to see my fucking pores, dude. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. What do you say?
Yeah.
All right. I always do it out of melody, like out of the beat. Anyway. 3, 2, 1. Demon Trash moments. Guys, send us some. Okay?
Send us some moments.
Send us your moments.
Maybe one day you can call us and tell us your moment.
We're actually thinking about setting up a hotline so that you can call and leave us voicemails. And I don't even care what you say in them. I'll play it anyway. Even if you say you're disgusting.
Even if you're just like deep breathing into it.
Honestly, that's preferable.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
No threats, though. That might scare me. Like a death threat.
Death threat?
Yeah, that'd be scary.
If it's creative, I might like it better.
No.
Like if it's
I
just
don't
like
think so.
I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna strangle you, I'll be like, that's mid. But if it's like if it goes into detail, like
stop. You're encouraging. No.
Okay, no, don't send death threats because I will call the cops.
That's right.
So why don't you start us off for Demon Trash moments?
My Demon Trash moment. Well, so my Demon Trash moment this year. Usually, for the past few years, we've kind of had this like New Year's tradition where Carol and I are like whoever
Is with us.
that we know, people unnamed. We get a little zooted on New Year's Eve.
And zooted means like my eyes get this big. If audio listeners, I'm making like, just watch this on YouTube. Like, what are you doing?
We get zooted, tooted, booted.
Speak for yourself.
But this year we did not get zooted.
No.
We had a very like
tame
New Year's Eve. The whole month Carol was saying that she wanted to go out and we ended up not going out.
It was actually awesome.
Which was fine. And I recognized that it was kind of like, because the thing was I needed and wanted to work the next day. So for me, it felt like a very important like choice and growth moment of like, no, I'm going to be responsible. I'm not going to, go
I'm not gonna
party.
take rugs.
I'm not going to go party. I'm just going to enjoy the fireworks. And it was cute. But does the demon trash part of me miss that of getting zooted? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, later on in the week, I was like, I'm an adult. I can go get zooted whenever I want because I don't really have like a real job. Like, I don't have like I freelance. So like, I could get zooted whenever, but like the whole responsible right. This is like,
be honest, do you think you could get zooted right now? Probably. That would be good content.
It'd be a fun podcast for me.
For you, we don't know.
For you guys,
comment down below and we can make that happen.
But that whole week we were like had to be in like, I hate the word girl boss, but we had to be in planning mode, and so there was no time for it. And there's still no time for it. So I'm just like, is that part of my life over? I hope not.
It's not over. We're just like we had other priorities.
Yeah, and I had to prioritize getting down to business instead of having fun.
Yeah.
Well, not having like it's fun, but like I had to like prioritize like business over.
So you're saying you didn't have fun with me when we went to go see those fireworks with our dogs and it was a wholesome time?
I mean, it was cute. I mean,
there was like an assault rifle going off the entire time.
Oh yeah, it was
like
kind of it's kind of sketchy.
Guys,
it's kind of dangerous.
That actually happened. Where we live in Austin is I won't get specific.
Was I worried about
getting shot? It was definitely on my mind, but
what is it called? It's like just like the random bullets that come through
stray
your house.
Bullets.
Yeah, like was I worried about a stray bullet? Maybe I was.
It was on my mind.
But fireworks are cool.
Yeah, it was dope.
Just trying to be in the moment, not compared to other previous times I've seen fireworks. When I was zooted.
I could actually like fully see them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I was ever really truly seeing them. You know what I mean?
You were like, seeing them, but they were
seeing them, but like my depth perception was off.
Now we actually know what they really look
I wasn't
like.
Flying in them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't in like a spaceship going through them.
But it would be more fun if we were.
It would have.
But anyways, that was it. I feel like,
I like to live my life with no regrets.
No, I'm still like, at the end of the day, I'm happy because I was able to work the next day. I didn't feel like shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like pretty well rested. Was able to take on the day, and I feel like it just set the tone for the new year. It let the universe know that I'm here for business.
Yeah, she's here. She set her briefcase down and said, and clicked it open and made that sound, click, and it said business. Yeah,
nothing else. Just one piece of paper.
Literally all month, I was telling everybody in my life. I was like, I'm going out.
You were inviting people out.
I was inviting people out. I was literally setting something up that I fully bailed on the day of New Year's Eve. And it was like a Jennifer Coolidge moment where like from Best in Show, that clip that was going around, it was like something, I have to listen to my basic instinct. And my instinct is telling me to not go right now. So I'm not going to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to stay here until I get another message from myself. And
from my intuition.
From my inner instinct. And yeah, it was great. Instead, I guess we'll get into my demon trash moment. My demon trash moment was honestly like that entire like holiday, like Christmas to New Year time frame was I was heavily in my blue light era. And what I mean by that is I was literally like, I became Smeagol and like retreated into my Smeagol cave and was literally playing like video games in like my dark, like I don't think I opened the blinds like at all. I don't think I saw sunlight for like 2 weeks.
Really?
And I was just, because after the cabin, after I went to
your trip,
after I went to the cabin for Christmas, I came back and it was just like shut all the blinds and play like fucking Skyrim for like 18 hours a day, like every day. Yeah, I didn't see the sun. I didn't really leave the house.
I think the time between like Christmas and New Year's is kind of just like, it's just there's no days and nights. It's just like one constant like time of just like,
it's either you're socializing heavily with like family and friends, or you're an orphan and have no family like me, and you just spend time with your boyfriend in a house. And
I mean, or you're with your family and you're just watching TV too.
That's true. I mean, you did go to your parents' house.
Like literally that time is just like you're not doing anything. Like I caught up on so many shows. Like I watched like so many full shows.
I watched so many shows. It's surprising I even slept because I watched so many shows, so many movies, and like so many video games.
In just like one day too. Like I watched all of like Emily in Paris in like one day.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because Emily in Paris is like, it's a bad show. Everyone like, but it's like a guilty pleasure because it's like so bad, and like you can like straight up root and hate, like not root, but like hate the, like you want the worst for her because she sucks.
Oh really?
Yeah, and you're just like, you're just dumb. Like,
oh, I get it. It's a way for you to like kind of take out your worst parts of yourself on like a fictional character.
Yeah, but it's like it's so like entertaining to watch, but it's just like a guilty pleasure show. It's just bad. No one thinks it's good.
I've never seen any, but I have seen some people call for the end of Emily in Paris slander, but I don't get it, and I will never watch that show. I have no interest.
It's entertaining though. Like she goes to Paris and she's like she works in marketing. She works in marketing.
Okay.
In PR.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But she's a horrible fucking person.
Really?
Yeah.
She's awful. Do you think that's the goal of the character, for her to be awful?
No, it's like she's kind of like, it's supposed to be more like she's kind of like young and kind of dumb
and like figuring things out
kind of vibes, but it's like in a way that it's just like, girl, like no one would act like this. Like,
yeah,
don't lie to people about like sleeping with their exes and like stuff like that. They're gonna find out. But yeah.
Okay.
I watched that with my mom. Watched a lot of stuff. Watched the horrible Witcher thing.
Yeah, I didn't bother.
It was bad.
I saw like just a clip of it, and I was like, "This looks terrible."
And it looks bad too.
It looks so bad.
Like,
so I was like, "No thanks."
I was like, I tried it though, because it's like that time where it's like there's like you're gonna watch everything that's available because you have just so much time to watch everything.
I've been watching like a lot of the like Korean and Japanese like sort of like reality TV-esque shows that have been coming out. Like I'm obsessed with Singles Inferno. The second season's so good, and like I watched that show Run the Money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love all that kind of content. And then like now we're getting super into, we have a Samsung TV, so you have like they have free channels on Samsung TV, and they have this like free Korean like TV channel,
right? And
I'm obsessed with it. But anyway, I was heavily in my blue light era, and I feel like that was like sort of like that was something that kept coming up for me was eras. Mm-hmm. Like, what era am I going to be in next? Mm-hmm. And I want to have as many eras as I can in 2023. So let's go into it.
Hey, trashlings! We just wanted to remind you to follow us on all of our social medias. We don't want you, our little trashlings, to miss out on any of our content.
Sweet little babies.
So make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at Demon Trashcast, TikTok at Demon Trashcast, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. We have 2 YouTube channels. The one you're on right now is the Demon Trash Podcast.
Audio listeners, check in if you want to watch us visually.
Yes, if you want to watch us on YouTube. And then we also have our movie and TV react channel, Demon Trash. And you can find everything at demontrash.com.
It's all there, baby. And don't forget to rate and review us on whatever podcasting platform you use. It really helps shows like ours out. So yeah, rate it 5 stars, babe. Don't wait. Do it. Got Demon Trash friends? Tell them about us. So yeah, and if you like what we do here and you want to give us your pennies, help us keep the lights on, you can support us over at anchor.fm/Demon Trash for as little as 99 cents a month. We see some of you guys on there. Thank you so much. It's so helpful. So yeah, you can subscribe there if you want to support the podcast. But we also have now a Patreon because of our YouTube channel, Demon Trash, where we react to TV shows and movies. So if you like that, you want to keep watching with us, you can do so over at Patreon at patreon.com/demontrashcast.
Also, if you have any Demon Trash moments, topic ideas, or weird, funny videos / TikToks you like us to react to, send them over to our email at demontrashpodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
We love it.
Talk to us. We love you. Maybe you'll be on our next show. Maybe your stuff will make it on the show. And you're like a cute little trashling. All right, that's it. That's all we have to say. Thank you guys for all the support. Back to the show.
So yeah, eras. You know how like everybody's like, I'm in my blue light era. I'm in
my fitness era.
I'm in my fitness era. I'm in my girl boss era.
My mushroom tea era.
I'm in my doing ketamine for therapy era.
I saw a TikTok about that recently.
Dude, there's like, how many people are going to be on is horse tranquilizer really solving problems? I just want to know. I want to know. I'm sure it is like in some capacity, but getting it from a telehealth service. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No. She had actually a therapist, but like literally.
But you get what I'm saying. I'm sure it works like that. But if you're just getting it from a telehealth service and you're just doing like prescribed ketamine or something.
Yeah, but like, you know, in her picture, she said like in her eyes, like it had the wisdom of like someone who's like 10,000 years old.
Her therapist said that to her?
Just in the picture on the caption on the TikTok that I saw.
Anyway, so one thing I think what happened to me on New Year's Eve, and I said this to Avery, I said I was in my curmudgeon era.
Oh my God, you were so curmudgeon-y. You didn't want people to have a good time kind of vibe.
What do you mean?
Like straight up like
because the neighbors were loud and partying.
Yeah.
They were partying last night and I'm like, why are you guys partying all the time? Yeah,
I know, because they can party.
Yeah, you're right. I'm in my curmudgeon era.
Like you straight up like don't want people to have fun.
It's like, keep it down.
Like
I'm trying to play Skyrim.
Like
dude, like, yeah, anyway. So then I wrote down a bunch of eras that I would like to have in 2023. So blue light era. And these are things that I think are going to like cycle through. Like they're going to potentially be happening simultaneously. So I'm in my blue light era. Ooh. I'm in my blue light era. I found a cut on my finger. Wait, what?
Blue light era.
Blue light era and curmudgeon era. They are happening simultaneously.
Okay.
But I think they're fading out. The curmudgeon, I don't know how long that one's going to stay. I hope not for long because I don't want to be like a bad time. You know? The other one is silly little wizard era.
Okay.
I don't think that one needs much explanation. I think you get it. Like you understand what I mean when I say that, right?
Are you just talking about smoking weed?
It's that. It's also like, I don't know, just like everything feels like a quest and a fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just living in sort of like a delusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe like a little bit of wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah. Also another one is live to forget era because I do have goals for this year.
Lift to forget?
Yeah, like because
what?
Like instead of using fitness as like trying to fix it, like it's like maybe if I use fitness as to like cover up the darkness.
What?
Like live to forget my problems.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like an escape. If I treat it like an escape, maybe I'll like it more. And I have. With walking and stuff, it's like, oh, this feels nice.
Okay.
And then I would love for once to be like in the pay my bills on time era.
Right.
That would be nice. I wanted to say she's in a booked and busy era, but since I've been in a curmudgeon and hibernation cocoon mode for so long, like isolate, I don't do anything, guys. Like I think in like 2022 I went out like probably a handful of times. And so I think my agoraphobia era is going to stay longer. And you know, that one will go when it feels like it's time.
Right. How long do you think it, like an era is? Like, is an era like
An era could be a day, it could be
Could it-
5 minutes, it could be months, it could be a year.
be the whole
Years.
year?
It could be years.
Months, weeks. Okay, so there's no like time
There's
limit.
no time. I could
But then,
say,
like-
right, you know what? Right now, I'm in my clubbing era or something. I'm in my
But you're not though.
I'm not.
See, my thing is though,
But in those 30 seconds, I was.
I don't feel like that's not an era. That's just a moment.
You know, you're
Like
right.
I feel like an era has to be at
like
least
I would have to go clubbing in order for me to be in my
I feel
clubbing
like
era.
yeah, I think an era needs to be probably like at least like 3 weeks. Like it has to be kind of like a
Oh.
21 days kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Because like that's like a habit, you know? And I don't feel like you can be in an era. Like you could just have like a moment. Like I'm in my like going out moment. Like it just happened once.
Okay, I have to call it a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if it's less than like 21 days.
Well, let's just be real. I'm in my agoraphobia era because I personally think, because I was having a conversation with a friend like a couple weeks ago, and they were like, yeah, like you were just not the type of person to do like spontaneous plans. I used to. Like if you were like, hey, come out right now, I'd be like, fuck yeah, but not anymore. I think because it's like I'm broke and sad. But like but like I honestly think it's just ableism to like force me to like make plans.
It's ableism?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like it's full on.
You're like, I have ADHD. You're trying to get me to go out unplanned. That's
Yeah.
ableism.
That's ableism. And
I don't think you should just be throwing that around.
the tism is a potential thing for me as well. It's still unsolved. Wait till the end of the month, we'll know.
Tism era.
My tism era. It could be here to stay. We are not sure yet. So it's full on ableism. If to literally be like, let's make plans right now.
I think you're just like in a curmudgeon era and you want to like blame everyone but yourself.
Listen. I think you should just understand that I'm like neurodivergent and different.
I mean, if you don't want to go out, you don't have to.
I know. But like I get known as like the isolationist.
Well, do you want to be that?
I don't know. Don't ask me dumb questions. Anyway, and I feel like my next era, it's not really my next era. I'm in it right now. It's not a moment either. I'm in my extremely online era. And you said, when I said this to you, you said, you need to be careful.
You need to be careful.
No, but how I know, it's like, I felt like, okay, I said that as a joke, but now I know for sure it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know 100% it's happening because my TikTok algorithm has become literally cursed. Like, you know, when you're going, because we've talked about this before, we mentioned this, like it happened last year when we were both going through like a difference in the algorithm, like the algorithm change. It's like stepping through like an internet portal where everything begins to shift. You're entering like a differing type of reality. There could be some Mandela effects happening that you don't even know. It's like very strange. It feels like whenever that's happening to my TikTok algorithm, it's like I'm shedding skin like a fucking reptilian.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's happening because these are the kinds of TikToks I'm getting.
Okay.
And it just reflects like my current mental state.
That's not that online.
Yeah, no.
It's so funny.
It's fine, but it's like, what is that? It's like, let's.
It's Robert Pattinson dancing inside of a watermelon.
Yeah, it's. I
They
guess you're
crack
right.
open the
It's not
watermelon.
that weird.
It's kind of like
this.
it's kind of like a take on like
Whoa,
I think it's
portals.
yeah, I think it's a take on like simulation. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Like simulation kind of vibes.
That?
it's
Was,
like-
that
yeah.
was commentary on that.
Yeah, because it's like they're breaking open like the watermelon and like nothing's real.
Technically, that was like my. That was almost like artistically, like that was my head. Cracked it open. That's what's inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have this one. Just like a head of lettuce and water like spinning in the drain with like rap music playing in the background.
See, my concern is like when you see this, like what's your emotions? Like what's your reaction?
Silly.
Like, see, my thing is like if I walk into you like one day, like walk into the room one day, you're watching this TikTok,
Yeah.
no lights on, just blue light only,
Yeah.
like on your face, and you're cackling laughing at this, I will commit you.
Too late.
the hospital.
No, it's literally like that's happening right
Well,
now.
we got to turn off this podcast because we're checking you
I
in.
don't want to, and you can't force me against my will. So, and then the other one, this one came up. I don't even know what the fuck to. I don't even know how to explain this. It's just a collection of
It's
like
clementines with
with
heavy
like
music.
yeah, it's just like literally 3 photos of clementines with like the flash on to dubstep music.
My thing is, like, is this even funny?
To me,
Just like in general, like, is this even like funny?
I think it's like a little bit. What is that called? Where it's like the randomness on the internet. Isn't it called like Dadaism or something like that? What is it called? Fucking. I feel like I'm making this up. No, I'm definitely not. Yeah, it's like Dadaism is a movement in art and literature based on deliberate irrationality and negation of traditional artistic values. But like you see this a lot, like Dada is like heavy on
It's
on
just
the
like
internet.
absurdism.
It's just basically like random
Yeah.
as fuck. So like, and I think like whenever like, now I know what extremely online means. It's like people like don't have like personalities.
Mm-hmm.
They base their entire personality is the internet. It's like that kid who went out like for the Elder Scrolls like Game Awards and was like, "This is for my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton." It's like, get off 4chan, touch grass. Like, but the thing is now I'm retreating from grass, going into 4chan. Now, I was scared because a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to save this for the podcast, but a couple weeks ago, I forgot that 8chan was like disbanded because it was like kind of where like the QAnon peeps were.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on the internet, like I was like on 4chan, but then I was also like, where is 8chan? You know, like that went through my head and I completely forgot, you know, about, it was almost like MAGA and like January 6th wasn't in my head. Like that didn't happen. So I went on 8chan and then like the next day, or like I was looking for 8chan. It doesn't exist anymore, at least from what I could find. And then the next day you were like, has the internet been really slow for you? And I was like, oh fuck. Because
did you go on the dark web?
I was worried I might have clicked on a dark web thing or like a link to something and they slowed our internet down, because that is a thing that happens here. Like that happened to someone close to my family where they were going on to that stuff and they like shut the internet off a couple times.
Just can't wait for AT&T to shut us down.
No, I didn't go on anything bad. I'm just going on 4chan.
Okay.
Because it's, you know, that's whatever. But like, I'm trying to be really good and not go on the random board where like there could be some naughty stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm keeping it pretty civil because I know that we can't afford to lose internet. Yeah. Or because literally, like, not just that we can't, not because of money or anything, because this is our jobs and whatever.
Also,
but like,
you didn't have internet. No, like you and your partner.
If my boyfriend lost internet, like literally, that's what I'm most afraid of.
Like, he would rage.
No, literally, we'd have to call the police for domestic disturbance.
For both of you, honestly.
You think?
Yeah. You could go for longer, but I think when it got like at nighttime, like I think you would go a little insane.
I would go fucking insane.
You wouldn't be able to go on TikTok before bed.
Well, remember when like the internet went out in like our whole area? Were you here for that?
Yeah.
That was fucking murder, dude.
Oh yeah, you guys are getting pissed off.
I was getting so mad.
Me and because I went upstairs, I was like, "Oh, cool! I have this DVD player. I just popped in Lord of the Rings.
Bro.
That's a whole fucking day to be if I wanted to." You guys are like struggling.
We were struggling because because all our consoles, like I remember we tried to put like Dune in on the Xbox and it was like you needed the internet to like be able to play the movie, and I'm like, what's the point in having physical media? What is the point of having this physical ass fucking media? So it was like, and it turned out to be such a fucking, it was a chore, dude. It was an absolute chore to like do anything. Yeah.
So
that was crazy. That was wild.
No, I don't think you'd survive for very long without the internet.
Tell me about your eras. What are your eras?
I don't know. I just like,
yours seem healthier than mine.
So I'm
You've been in this era for so long.
I'm definitely like, I'm in my gut health era because,
Oh my god.
but this is like, it goes a little like kind of crazy because it is kind of extremely online where it's like, I like think that I like, if I fix my gut health, I can like fix my entire life.
no, straight up. Like
I think I won't be like depressed anymore. Like I'll be
sauerkraut on
skinny.
pizza.
Well, you wouldn't think it's bad, but it's actually good because the
No,
pizza's
well,
really greasy and the sauerkraut cuts
Okay, so it was a taste thing. I thought
Yeah.
you were doing it to like counterbalance.
to counterbalance. I mean, I'm just trying to eat sauerkraut, like eat it more often.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I mean, I was just trying to eat some, and like it goes better with like greasier, fattier things because it's
Yeah,
like
no,
the
obviously.
acidity.
Like that's
Like,
why we
taste-wise.
eat pickles like on chicken sandwiches and shit.
Yeah.
But like gut health is like it's like an extremely online fitness thing. You know what I mean? Like
I'm also, I guess, like I didn't write this down, but like I'm kind of like believe anything I see.
on the internet.
Like in regards to like health era. Like, do you know what I mean?
I
Like,
love that for you.
like if
Yeah.
like someone's like, you need to take magnesium. No, like, yeah, you need to take magnesium before bed. I'm like, oh my God, yes. I'm missing magnesium in
the
my
morning-
life.
In the morning when Avery's eating her breakfast and she's scrolling through her TikTok, ours is like ours used to be so similar and it still kind of is, but like she gets a lot of like 3 reasons why you need to take more magnesium. And I'm like, fuck side of TikTok is this?
It's the health and wellness. It's getting into there, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of annoying, but like
Kind
it's
of
also
in,
like kind of
anti-demon
helpful.
trash side because like we're not health and wellness.
I mean, I don't think like for me,
Of
demon
the
trash.
mind.
Demon trash is just like about like radical self-acceptance. So like whatever like you need to
It's
accept it,
radicalism at its
like it's about accepting the worst parts of you
yeah.
and just being like, what's up?
It's
And
like
you lean
putting-
into it sometimes.
A good metaphor is the sauerkraut on pizza.
And you know, like it's like, oh, I need to take this supplement. I need to like take prebiotics. Like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'm kind of in that era. Well, it's just because I'm like, trying to like do better, be better.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely trying to do better. Here's the thing. I say all these eras, but I'm like, I'm still going for walks and planning out my days and things are going well.
Yeah,
I'm getting my rest.
that's fine. See, like I can't be on TikTok, like
I don't go
At
on
night.
it at night. I definitely don't do it at night.
because I'll stay up until 3 a.m. So I had to turn it off. I'm in like these are like healthier things. Like yours is all about like being a goblin. Mine is like letting go perfectionism era.
Don't be jealous, dude.
I'm not.
Don't be jealous of me, dude. Just be you.
I'm so jealous of you like all the time, dude. Just
In
eats
my-
at me.
You're so
Um,
jealous of my blue light era, dude.
So jealous of your tangerine trap era. Like tangerine.
My tangerine dubstep era.
Yeah.
It looks like brains.
No, it looks like it looks like clementines.
Yeah, no, but they look like brains.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No.
Check, guys, Google a tangerine right now, unpeeled. It looks like a brain.
No, it would be peeled, not unpeeled.
I'm so stupid.
I'm in my not being poor era. Like if that's
Dude,
like an era
aren't
that's
we all,
possible.
dude?
Can you use what else? Like hiker era, like be outside era. So I don't know, like I don't know. I just have like I feel like my era is like I'm trying to have her like trying to be a little bit more healthy. But like I think health and wellness can look different for different people, I guess.
Yeah, you know, for me,
Oh
it's
wait,
just
wait.
about
Here, you
balance.
guys like look at the camera.
Yeah.
Which one of us looks more healthy?
I don't know if we should open that up.
Yeah, but like I think this like is an interesting like this okay, so like I feel like what we're kind of like butting up against here is like I think an interesting phenomenon that has like come up on the internet now though.
Yeah.
Something that I've seen. So for a long time there's this movement called, you know, the hot girl walk
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah.
You know, and it was all about, you know, just
Can I tell you the first time I was like, what is a hot girl walk? And I looked this up. And can I tell you, I'll never forget because it was a TikTok and this person literally explained it like this. A hot girl walk is when you go and you just think about being hot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just all about movement. And you put on your cute little workout thing and you put on your headphones and you just go be hot and think about being hot. And you walk like 14 miles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not 14 miles, but like a lot of them walk like 4 miles.
Right. Like 10. Someone walk like
Some
10
of them
miles.
like 10 miles, which is like great for them. Cool. I don't know, like, these are obviously people who work 9 to 5s and can, like, take that 5 to 9 p.m. time and
Just
walk
walk
10 miles. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for that.
It takes like.
Which it sounds like I don't have time for that because I'm playing 18 hours of Skyrim, but that was only during the break. I don't get to do that anymore. I haven't been able to play Skyrim in a minute. It's pissing me off.
All right, so then we had the hot girl walk movement, and I think that was really popular. I feel like 2021 through 2022.
Dude,
do you know what I mean?
This is true. Avery wanted to infiltrate the hot girl walk group in Austin.
I do.
I still kind of want to, and we wanted to do a video, but we didn't know if that would be mean.
I think. See, that's the thing. I don't
want
know.
the attention to be bully.
But like, to be honest, like now I'm like, I think I might just go the hot girl walk just to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Just to document your experience?
Just to.
Or do you want to be like, do you want to identify with the hot girls?
I mean, I wouldn't mind because I don't think there's like anything necessarily wrong.
Like if I was a hot girl like Charlie XCX, like that would be cool.
Well, the thing is, you can be a hot girl now if you wanted to.
What are you saying? I'm not. I am right now.
I don't know, like because so then here like now because of the hot girl walk, there has now been a like what did I say? There's been an anti hot girl walk movement called. You gonna stop coughing?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm done.
I'm trying to have a soundbite here.
12 seconds later.
The hot girl walks were really popular 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
This whole thing, like if you were a health and wellness girly,
especially with a new year.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's like a whole nother movement of hot girl walkers, you know, starting in 2023. But because of the hot girl walk, there has been a new term called the fugly hag stroll as a direct antithesis of the hot girl walk.
Yeah, it's directly marketed towards goblins such as myself. Like
Right.
the fugly hag stroll is something I've seen more of.
Yeah, so I think I just started seeing this like within the last month. Was like the fugly.
It's been a thing for a minute though, because I didn't
Yeah,
look into it.
I think it's getting more popular.
Yeah,
I think the fugly hag stroll, because I think, and like at the end of the day, I think they are the exact same thing, and I think that we should.
No, they are the exact.
Whether you identify as a hot girl or a fugly hag, I think we should all just make peace and come together and be as one, because at the end of the day, they're both about being healthier
I have an idea.
and getting exercise.
I have an idea.
Sure.
Why can't it just be a walk?
And see, like, I think the thing about the hot girl walk, like, I think people started to hate it because it's like, when it's presented online, it's like, oh, you have to put on your cute matching workout outfit and your cute little bag and
like
your
the
water
girl
bottle. And it's like, I feel like it felt like for some people who like the most they could do is roll out of bed and put their shoes on. Like it felt like it was like the walking was being gatekept for them.
No, like this is how I feel. Like if I were to go to the hot girl walk group, I would feel like immediately like I was not one of them. Like I was the weird girl that was not able to sit with them at the cafeteria. I think the fugly hag stroll was created to basically directly be an antithesis to the like wearing a matching
Yeah. Like for me, like
set.
most of my days would probably look more like a fugly hag stroll, because like for me, it's like I put on like whatever clothes I was wearing the day before, because I don't want to get like a new outfit dirty, because I don't want to do that laundry and like not hairbrushed, haven't washed my face yet, walk out the door. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and go on a walk. And like I think with fugly hag stroll, it's like, you know, you can wear whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Wear pajamas, you can wear flannel, you can wear an old crusty sweatshirt.
It's the classic, it's the more approachable, like idea. But at the end of the day, it's like, why do we feel as a society that we need to have these like coined terms when at the end of the day, you're just going on a walk for like 4 miles or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's a walk around your neighborhood where you just like are being just, you're going for a walk.
At the end of the day, go on a walk. And I think with the hot girl walks, like they like were doing a lot of like manifesting and like not manifesting, but like here's the thing.
Like that's a big thing is like going on the walk and like
and only thinking about like positive things and whatever and stuff like that works for some people and your goals and like who do you want to be? And for some people that doesn't work. Saying like all that stuff, sometimes the gaslighting doesn't work for you. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes the gaslighting doesn't work. Sometimes it does work. And because sometimes you do need to gaslight yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and to be like, I can do this. I can go on 4-mile walks. It's like I'm attractive, I'm hot, whatever. Like, you know, you should probably not be trying to shit on yourself so much, whether you're on a hot girl walk or a fugly hag stroll. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is that I don't think with the fugly hag stroll is like, it's like putting your, I don't think it's like, I guess it sounds self-deprecating, but I don't think it's like supposed to be negative. It's supposed to be like real and honest and like authentic. I don't know. I think that was the whole like idea of it.
I don't think either one is bad or wrong. I don't think there's a better. I think whatever like gets you out the door should get you out the door.
And for me, when I was saying for the past like week or however long I've been going for these walks, I was saying I'm going on my fugly hag stroll because I just think that's fucking hilarious.
See, for you, it's funny, but then for everyone else is just like,
I'm going on my troll trudge. Going on my troll trudge around the neighborhood.
I mean, if you identify as that, sure.
My goblin gallop.
Please, horse girl gallop down the street.
Like running on all fours.
Oh my God.
I'll make a group. I don't know if I could even do that, to be honest. Maybe I should
Honestly, I think we should, you know how there's the hot girl walk? Maybe we should start the fugly hag stroll in Austin. Group.
And then it's like a gang.
Yeah, and then if we ever come across them, we have to fight to the death.
That would be fucking awkward.
Why?
Have fun in your matching Lululemons. I'll be in these ratty sweatpants, and I will smell.
Or we could just embrace each other.
Smell us coming from like a mile away. It'll be weird. And they'll.
All right, maybe I'll just go on the hot girl walk. I don't want to be around people who stink.
Yeah, I don't want to either. But they are going over the river, and the Austin River. Smelly. I don't want to go over there.
Sometimes
it's really stinky.
About that? In some areas, not in all of them. I've never been over there where it stunk.
Really?
No.
I think I have sensitive smell.
It's that tism. I'm back again.
That smelly tism. Come on, dude. Don't ever leave me hanging, bro.
With the tism?
I'm gonna have to I'm putting down a law. Whenever I go like this, you have to hit it.
But what if you say something bad? I don't want to be brought into it.
Like, free Andrew Tate.
No, see, that I can't.
You can't do it?
No.
Right.
Yeah, anyways, fugly hags, hot girlies. Let's just be at one. Let's be at peace.
I want to talk about something. I'm coming for Brittany Broski. I know I'm not. I love her, but let's talk about it.
Okay, we love Brittany Broski, you guys. And recently, she's made her big booktok debut. And guess what? She's reading ACOTAR.
Oh my God. Okay, listen. Okay, I have some things that I need to get off my chest before we get into the whole thing. So here is one of her TikToks where she's reading, she's on A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the infamous book 2 in the ACOTAR series. And this is, I think everybody, like, this is like sort of the, you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. This is the golden tablet.
This book.
This is the sacred text.
This book. I have this much left and I'm terrified. There's a
Bro,
lot
she's got like chip
there.
clips and shit. What is in her book, dude?
That
is so many lights and shit.
She has like, okay, I think she has the magnifying thing, and then she also has a light.
Oh, okay. See, I just read books. But then like
I don't have accessories.
I don't have accessories, dude. Am I not cool enough? See, that's like hot girl reading, and I'm fugly hag reading. Like, I don't have the accessories.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never really seen that many accessories in a book.
There's like all these people on BookTok that have like, there is this one thing that I've wanted to get because it's like you put it in the book and it has like a light. But it's not like those. It's like a flat thing.
It's like a whole clear thing, right? And it
You
like
put it,
illuminates
and
the
it
page.
illuminates the page, but it's not super bright, so you can turn off the lights in your room if you need to. But this is how I feel about anyone reading ACOTAR this late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, this is my favorite. So this is a TikTok of a girl drunk on New Year's Eve telling off one of her friends, being like, "You don't know anything about ACOTAR." Like, it's so funny.
You don't know the fairies, you don't know Resand, you don't know the Night, you don't know Sarah. I don't want to hear it, you don't know ACOTAR, I don't want to hear the disrespect again. You're proud of this, you need to read the books, and then come back and you can be in our club, okay? That's enough.
It does feel like that though. Like whenever you like read ACOTAR and you really like understand the SJM universe, it feels like anyone who talks shit about it who's not read the books, it's like you're not a part of this feral fandom. You don't know shit.
You don't know anything about ACOTAR. Don't say anything about it until you've read it.
You don't understand. You don't know shit about the fairies.
But everyone needs to just hurry up and read it. Because I am like...
I'm so done with it, dude. I'm so tired of it. Should we, like, because this is sort of like, we wanted to talk about this later, but like, it's just like...
We are huge, like, we just finished everything. We've read everything that she's put out.
I
okay?
finished Under Glass Wing.
We've read it all.
Yeah.
But everyone else needs to just hurry up and read ACOTAR, especially. Like, if you're late... Like, I was late to The Throne of Glass, you know, like, and those other ones. But everyone needs to just hurry up and read ACOTAR because I'm tired of seeing it recommended. I'm tired of just seeing it nonstop on BookTok. Like, I'm just tired of seeing people, like, I'm reading it for the first time. I just want everyone to read it. And I just want all of us to sit and wait patiently for the show, you know? It's just so we can all just talk about theories and not have to worry about, we don't have to worry about spoilers.
Why is it so loose? Hold on.
Because you're probably need to tighten it. Here.
No, it's this one.
Hold your thing. Just hold the thing.
Thank you. Sorry. Okay. I don't know how to use mics or anything. I'm not like, you know, I don't know how to use like what even is this?
Get away from me.
No, I'm so tired. Like, okay, I don't want to say I'm so tired. I don't want to be like cynical.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like gatekeep it or anything. I'm just like ready for something new.
Gatekeep it? It's the biggest fucking thing since fucking sliced bread.
I'm not trying to be like.
I just said ACOTAR's the biggest thing since sliced bread.
I mean, it is like
It kinda is.
ACOTAR, like hands down, saved Barnes and Noble. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
No, it's like literally not a lie though.
like ACOTAR and BookTok literally hands down like saved
Like Barnes and Noble is like every single time they hand Sarah J. Maas her check, her cut of the royalties, they're just like, thank you. Like that
They
fucking
saved
company
this
was about to
business.
fucking, I mean, BookTok in general saved it, but like, I guess like this is kind of the same thing, so we should just go into it. Like, the thing is about BookTok that's like starting to like, I like BookTok. Okay, I'm not trying to be like. Like, the thing is, okay, like, also the last thing I'll say about Brittany, I love her, but like, we all know what she was doing by getting into, I mean, maybe she's just like showing her interest.
Maybe she's just being genuine, showing interest. But part of me,
Well,
the
like,
cynical part's like, we know what you're here
I know
for.
what you did.
You're here for that BookTok money,
You're here for that
that BookTok
clout.
fame.
Listen, I'm not
I
gonna
can't blame
fucking
her.
sit here and
Because
lie
I'm
to
here
you.
for it too.
Like, the BookTok clout, honestly, is like, it's serious. Like, most of like our biggest TikToks that we've ever put out have been like BookTok centric.
Yeah.
And like, listen, the BookTok clout is serious, and I love it. I love the BookTok clout. Give me all the book. I love it. I like BookTok. Okay, I'm in it heavy. But like,
BookTok, what are some new books? We need a new.
I am so sick of seeing the same fucking ones. If you go on barnesandnoble.org, bn.com, like they have a BookTok section now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's all the same books that I've seen since like fucking 2020, and I have them listed, like the ACOTAR or any Sarah J. Maas book, because like that alone saved reading for like an entire planet.
We all read now. It's amazing.
Which is amazing. I love that. But we're all reading fantasy, romance, and smut. Like, and that's beautiful to me.
I think that's healthy for the collective.
Honestly, like
I
reading
think more of
Prawn,
it. I want more.
Like, if reading Prawn like gets you onto reading again, like I'm fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it has like some decent vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
The From Blood and Ash series, Priory of the Orange Tree, which I want to read. I haven't read it yet, but it's because it's like this thick.
Listen to it.
Atlas 6, The Olive Blade. I need to read the second one. Circe and the Song of Achilles, which are also books I want to read. The Cruel Prince.
I want to
The
read that
Guild
one,
series?
but I heard it's like really sad, and I don't feel like
The
crying.
Cruel Prince.
No, Circe and Son of Achilles.
Circe and Song of Achilles.
The song, yes.
I've heard they're beautiful books,
I
though.
heard they're beautiful, but everyone I ever seen, they say they've read these books are like weeping with tears, and I just like
Yeah. You don't want to feel anything, or
I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I do love to cry.
Are you in your unfeeling era?
I do love to cry, but I don't know. Like, I don't like ever like I do cry at Sarah J. Maas books, but I never like go into those books being like, I'm here for a good cry. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going into it knowing I'm going to cry.
Right, but we do every time. The Guild series, I don't know anything about those series, and I don't know if I really want to. I've heard they're really intense. There's
Never
like
heard
some
of it.
Stockholm syndrome shit in it and stuff. The Colleen Hoover books.
Oh, I don't want to read Colleen Hoover.
Me neither.
I feel like Colleen Hoover feels like that feels like Taylor Swift girly to me. Like, isn't it like real life stuff?
Oh yeah.
I don't like books based in real life.
I don't want to read about humans fucking. Like, I'm just not interested.
Humans fucking.
Oh shit! That really just came out of my body.
Wait a minute, what?
Anyway, and then there's also the infamous fan fiction Love Hypothesis, the Raylo fan fiction, which I love that book. That book was
That's
fucking-
humans fucking.
But it's like I felt like I was reading fan fiction.
But it was like based on Kylo Ren, so it was okay.
yeah, I liked it. Like, look at the cover, dude. It's Kylo Ren.
But if it wasn't that, would you like
I
it?
probably wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, like I've read
The whole
like
time I was picturing Kylo Ren and Rey in an alt universe where they are
oh, so
like doctor students.
yeah, so like
Like, that's what I was picturing. I was picturing
so it was
like,
just Kylo Ren. For
I was
you.
picturing Kylo Ren like the whole time. Like, so that's why it was fine for me.
Yeah.
It was an AU Raylo fic.
Uh-huh.
So I liked it. I was here for it.
But if it wasn't them, it would
No. If it was
out.
just like, who gives a fuck, Taylor and Todd,
Mhm.
I don't care.
Yeah, I read one like that, and it was cute, but it honestly just made me sad.
Taylor and Todd.
I read one like that. Like I read like a real life based based romance book, and honestly, they just
Was it based?
what
Was it based?
based on planet Earth?
Did it have Riz?
What?
I'm just seeing how much like internet slang I can throw at you.
Did it have Riz?
Yeah, did it have Riz, dude?
Isn't that the new term for like swag?
You said swag. We're getting canceled.
Yeah, but isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. It's like that. Was it based?
Shut up. I'm quitting the podcast.
That was genuine, dude. That was genuine. You were like, I'm done. Sorry.
Please just let me say my points.
Say your point.
I'm just saying real life romance novels just make me sad because they just remind me that I could maybe have this and I just feel lonely. Do you know what I mean?
I just
Like, if I read a book about people going on vacation, they just like randomly meet the love of their life. Like, and that doesn't happen to me.
yeah.
That makes me sad. I don't want to read it. But if it's Wayne Boys, that's never gonna happen. I don't have to like.
Oh, I see
You
your
know what I
logic.
mean?
I get
Like-
it. I get it.
Like, I'm never gonna have a fae husband. Do you know what I mean?
you're never gonna have.
In this reality,
You're never gonna have a blue alien with the perfect genitalia.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have that here. You know,
You could.
I mean,
Like, you could have, like, you could get the equipment,
like I could get
but it wouldn't be like
I
the
could get
real.
the tools, but not the actual.
You wouldn't be able to get the.
I wouldn't get the alien.
Or guys, subscribe to our Patreon so that we can get an Ice Planet Barbarian sex doll. That thing would be
No,
expensive.
That'd be huge too.
It would be
It'd be like an Avatar blue alien size. Like they're humongous, right? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I had to ask my partner because he's like really super loving the new Avatar movie, and I asked him, I was like, look me in the eyes. Do you want to fuck blue aliens? And he was like, no.
I was gonna ask him the same thing because he's obsessed. He was just
He's like,
talking all about it. Oh, I love Avatar. But I'm like, so I have to know. Would you fuck?
Okay,
the
first off, I agree, but don't ever talk about my boyfriend that way. But I agree. You won't shut the fuck up about it. I was like, dude, wish you had like those like little tendrils.
I don't know. Well, I had to look up. I'm like, do they have genitalia? And like, they get pregnant, so like, they have to have some sort of way to birth that child.
Wait, do they also have nipples?
I don't know if they have
Can't
nipples.
tell, because they have very.
I don't know if they have nipples, but they do have like genitalia. Like the men's is like inside their body or something like that. I didn't look into the female very much.
Navi females have 2 breasts and nurse their infants for up to 4 months.
Okay, so they do have nipples.
That's crazy that they have that kind of information on hand.
Of course they do.
There's a whole Navi. Oh, wait. The Navi are non-mammals who have no use for nipples to breastfeed. But James Cameron explains why the Navi have breasts.
Then why do they have them?
Yeah, but because if he were to put like Navi up there and it's like this woman, this man,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if it didn't look like woman and did not look like man, then the gender binary humans on Earth wouldn't be able to like understand. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we had to create a gender binary sexual system up there.
Well, otherwise they would have like. I mean, I guess they could just have some weird asexual reproductive system.
I personally
They should
thought,
lay eggs, to be honest.
I have to be honest, I did not know they had genitalia.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just said that, right? They
Yeah.
do. But because when I first saw the first movie, I thought what was happening was sort of like they connect with their tails and they were fucking in their minds. And just like writhing with each other.
It's not on their tail. It's on their like hair, like
Or the braid.
It's like the weird, like they probably have like a tentacle. Do you know what I mean?
Is that what
covered
it's on
in
their
hair.
I keep thinking it's on their tail. They do have
It's
tails.
in their hair.
It's the braid thing. Anyway, I thought that's how they connected, and it's sort of like a mind fuck, like they're fucking in the AWOL mind palace.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
that's hot.
No, and I thought that's what it was. I was like, that's kind of
It's like
sick.
It's mind body
soul.
soul connection.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
that's
and
for the girls.
what the fuck?
But would you fuck a Avatar alien?
Let me see what Jake Sully looks like.
I think Jake Sully is like the least attractive Avatar, though.
Really? Who's the most attractive to you?
I don't know if there's any that are actually attractive to me.
Well, the way you said it made it.
Well, I think he looks better in the first one than he does in the second one. I think in the second one he just has like way too much hair.
Oh, I see. Like this, when I see this,
Yes.
yeah, I think I would fuck around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be honest, like even when I look at a wifey over here, you know, I don't know. It's a new experience, and who knows what'll happen.
Down for anything.
I'm down for anything.
Do you think they would have sex with a human? Probably not.
Well, you know, I don't know how anatomically that would work. Like, I'm saying if I was able to, like, ghost in the shell, go into a knobby body,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, of course. It's like if I had a penis for a day, I'd fuck around and find out so many times. It's not even funny. I'd fuck anything in sight. Absolutely. And you'd do the same. And I won't.
Consensually.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Consent is always on the table, unless it's with an inanimate object. I mean, that's just law. You know what I've been hearing a lot about is, you remember those like fucking, what are those things with the like squishies, and they had like They were like plastic and they slide around.
Yeah, those things.
I've been seeing a lot of people talk about how like it's weird that they didn't think about fucking them when they were younger, and I was like, I'm 100%.
I'm
There
sure
was
some
boys
of them
out there fucking those things because those are essentially like fleshlights.
did. Yeah, but like for me, that was like a fucking weird toy.
That was weird for me to think about because it was essentially before the shake weight, and I was like, how many?
That toy was a hand job simulator, though.
No, it was like they were prepping me as a young woman to like
Yeah,
be ready.
it was weird.
for this patriarchal society. They were prepping me to know how to give a hand job, and it's not right. I think we should really like kind of look into that.
Like, what was the purpose of this toy?
What is that? What are those even called?
I don't know.
Those like a fucking I can't even I don't even know what to Google. To be honest, I don't even know what I would Google for that.
like, cause you know, I don't know.
That was a hand job simulator.
5 hours later.
Hello, we're back. I had to get my dog Kylo from the vet because he had buccal fat removal. He just turned 6, so he's trying to get snatched.
That's pretty fucked up, dude. I don't think you should take your dogs to get cosmetic surgery.
Anyway, so ChatGPT is quite famous. You've heard of it.
Buccal fat removal or ChatGPT?
No, ChatGPT. We're not going to talk about the buccal fat removal for my dog.
I think you should stop fat shaming people.
ChatGPT, you're familiar. Mm-hmm. You're actually the first person who like I had heard about it, but you're like the first person I know that was like you kind of nosedived into it a little bit.
Yeah.
But so I went on there and I was like, what can this thing create? And it created something beautiful that I wanted to share with you.
Okay.
I had it make a fan fiction about us.
All right.
So I'll read it to you now.
It's not ancestral, is it? Because you've been like plugging the ancestral thing mad heavy lately.
All right, listen.
You've been mad heavy with the incest shit.
Hold on, just let me delete this one part. Okay, so now, no, it's good. It's fine. So Papa Trash and Baby Demon sat in their studio surrounded by the latest high-tech equipment and gadgets. They were the host of the popular Demon Trash podcast, Popular, where they discussed all things paranormal and supernatural. One day, they received a message from a mysterious listener who claimed to have information about a hidden portal that could transport them to a fantasy world. Intrigued, Papa Trash and Baby Demon decided to investigate. They packed their bags and set off on an adventure across the city, following the clues and leads provided by the mysterious listener. As they journeyed deeper into the unknown, they encountered all sorts of strange creatures and dangers. But they were not deterred. With their quick wit and determination, they managed to overcome every obstacle in their path. Finally, they reached the portal and stepped through, finding themselves transported to a beautiful, fantastical world filled with magic and wonder. As they explored this new realm, they encountered all sorts of amazing creatures and encountered many exciting adventures, but they also faced powerful foes and had to use all of their cunning and strength to emerge victorious. In the end, Papa Trash and Baby Demon emerged from their journey even stronger and more resilient than before. They returned to their studio, ready to share their incredible tale with their listeners on the Demon Trash podcast. It's kind of crazy because how would this AI know the actual origin story of this podcast and that actually happened?
I just think it's funny. It makes the common misconception that a lot of people do that our podcast is about the supernatural.
A lot of people think that, that we
So-
tell spooky stories or whatever. I don't know. By the way, this is totally off topic, but they debunked that whole giant video thing.
It's not real.
It was a tower on top of a mountain, and the whole mystery that the guy was killed is that was debunked.
He wasn't killed.
I don't know. He probably died of
Or is that what the government wants you to think?
Anyway. So yeah, this ChatGPT, it's writing it can do anything. It can write fan fiction about us.
Right. So everyone knows. If you're on the internet, you know about ChatGPT. It's like changing the game.
Yeah, if you're
It'll write code.
terminally online.
It'll write code, it'll write articles, it'll write you a manifestation script, it will write you like literally whatever you want, write you a resume.
Wild.
But I don't think like us as a society are using this amazing technology till its full purpose.
What do you mean?
I have yet to see anyone write a spicy fan fiction with this software.
My
This
question is,
artificial intelligence.
will it?
I don't know.
Is it censored?
Who knows?
Should we try it?
And that's what we're here to do.
Are we going to do that? I think we should. We should try to see, like, do you think it'll use any of those, like, fan fiction words for penises? Like, velvet wrapped steel?
Don't bring the...
Sorry.
Because I think that should be a podcast topic one day.
Yeah. We should collect all the words and make a fan fiction dictionary.
Well,
It's
yeah.
a book.
I think
Okay.
it just live react to these words because when you sent me that, I almost like threw up. Yeah, so we're gonna write some fan fictions with ChatGPT because this is
The girlie, she's going to write it for us.
this is what this should be made for. Like, if it can't do this, then like literally it's useless. Throw it out.
I don't care I don't care what its capabilities are. If it can't make me come, what's the point?
You know?
Okay, I feel like you have to be like specific, right? Because you have to like give it prompts.
Yeah, obviously. So, okay, the first
Obviously.
you have to train this technology, dude. You can't just like tell it to. It won't magically give you what you want.
Yeah.
You have to use some of your brain power.
I'm just a
up
natural
here.
sub, so I don't know how to dominate this thing. So, Elite and Lorcan.
So our first fan fiction we decided we should write is between Elite and Lorcan because Sarah J. Maas, Miss Moss,
I love how you say her name.
robbed us
Liv Moss.
of potentially the most important part of that whole series.
I was literally talking to my best friend because I just finished Kingdom of Ash, the last book of the Throne of Glass series. So I've now officially read all the books. Anyway, I was talking to my best friend and she was literally like, no, Elite and Lorcan were like the best. And she's asexual, so she doesn't usually care about that kind of shit. But she was like, they were the best.
And we were robbed.
Yeah.
Literally, everyone else in the book, we got to see, like, to read their hanky panky, but not them, okay? Not
Hanky panky.
Not the slow burn that we've all been waiting for.
It's wrong.
Robbed. Once again, robbed. I will go on about it. Okay.
So how do we write this? So like it's like write a fan fiction about the Throne of Glass characters. My name Elite and Lorcan.
Like, I would put, like, write me a romantic, explicit, I don't know. How do you...
Explicit sexual fan fiction
About,
the Throne of Glass characters Elite and Lorcan.
I put, like, a lead, a normal human woman, and Lorcan, like, a fae warrior, and their first night together.
A fae warrior. It will take place on their first night consummating their love for each other physically.
Yeah. Let's
Hold on, let me see if I want to spell consummating right. Okay. All right. So write me a romantic, explicit, sexual fan fiction about the Throne of Glass characters: Elide, a normal human woman, and Lorcan, a fae warrior. It will take place on their first night consummating their love for each other physically.
We didn't test this out. What does it say?
I'm sorry, but I am not able to write explicit or sexual content. Is there anything else I can help you with? This is bullshit.
This is bullshit.
I'm telling you, dude, this is what's wrong with society.
Mhm.
I'm so sick of it, dude. I was literally thinking about this earlier because when we anyway, I was watching the new show Koala Man, and and you know, it's like made by Australian creators, and Australians just say like, instead of like, you know, like dude or like man or whatever, anything like sort of like addressing somebody, they say cunt. And I was thinking about it, and I was just like, wow, you know, it's like, as an American, like, I'm supposed to feel free.
But you can't.
But like, but if
Use
I
the
were
C
to like
word.
be like, if I were to say cunt, it would be so like, can you like, if there was imagine there's a room full of people. If I said, do you think cunt is an aggressive word? I guarantee you most of the room would raise their hands.
Yeah, in America.
Yeah, but like,
It's just
aren't we
about
supposed to be the
culture.
freest country?
Well,
And it's like,
it's
culturally,
it's the freest country, but we're like a very like religious country. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're very like Christian, respect faith kind of vibe. So
fuck
people, yeah. So
I put my faith in smut. All right. Well,
once
then,
again, I am robbed of a lead in Lorcan's first night.
it's just I'm gonna have to I'm just gonna have to see it for myself in my head. Okay, but then, all right. Why don't we try to have like romantic fan
I
fiction?
think we can do romantic. Let's try because we have a few more, and I guess they can't be explicit sexual. But you know what? Maybe
This is bullshit. Like, I'm trying not to be like really angry about it, but like, whatever, dude. You're a cunt. So
why won't it write that?
it's just annoying
Because they know it'd be too powerful.
You're right, dude. Because if they did that, it's just like, holy shit. Would you start like wanting like, it would be like that movie Her,
Okay.
where you're like falling in love.
With the AI. Yeah.
Which at this point, why aren't we doing that already? It's like, come on, let's go.
I mean, I'm sure there are people.
The
who
need
are in
for
love with
physical
AIs.
relationships is just really becoming obsolete.
I mean, that's not true, but
You're right. Okay, how about something meta like Robert Pattinson falling in love with Edward Cullen.
yeah. So
And it would be like enemies to lovers because nobody hates
give me
Edward Cullen more than Robert.
like I would do like can you write me a
a slow burn.
enemies to lovers.
Wait, no, not slow burn. Write me an enemies to lovers fan fiction about.
I would say romantic story.
It's done fan fiction for me before.
Okay, did you do fan fiction?
Fiction, or romantic story about Robert Pattinson,
A famous actor.
a famous actor,
And Edward Cullen,
Cullen,
a moody vampire.
17-year-old vampire from Forks, Washington. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Go
happens.
for it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson had always been a big fan of the Twilight series, and as an actor, he had always dreamed of playing the role of Edward Cullen. When he heard that there was going to be... Is this just telling me the story? When he heard that there was going to be a Twilight reunion, he immediately auditioned for the part. At first, Edward was hesitant to work with Robert. He had always been a private person, and the idea of being in the public eye again was intimidating. But as they began to rehearse and film together, something unexpected happened. Despite their initial animosity towards each other, what we just wrote apparently might violate their content policy.
Why?
It just disappeared. Why does cat it keeps going away? It's saying that we're violating content policy.
Maybe just change it from Edward Cullen. Okay, so instead of like, I think maybe Robert Pattinson might be fine. Or be like a famous Hollywood actor named Robert, and then a moody
Robert.
yeah, just leave out their last names, so then it probably won't trigger like the copyright IP or something. They probably have some sort of like copyright IP protection. Do you know what I mean? Or like violation of guidelines that you can't use. So
Maybe it's because I put 17-year-old.
maybe.
Oh,
Maybe
he's like a minor.
Yeah, like
Oh, I
maybe
get it.
leave out like
Write me a
maybe
fanfiction
say
about a famous Hollywood actor named Robert and a moody vampire named Edward. Write me a romantic fan fiction. Romantic enemies to lovers.
maybe try
Fan
that.
fiction about a famous Hollywood actor named Robert and a moody vampire named Edward. Let's try that. Come on, ChatGPT. Come on now.
Don't be such a prude.
Robert Pattinson was a rising star in Hollywood, known for his charming good looks and captivating performances. Despite his fame, he struggled to find meaningful roles that truly challenged him as an actor. Edward Cullen was a centuries-old vampire with a brooding personality and a reputation for being difficult. It automatically put Robert Pattinson and Edward Cullen, I just want to say. Maybe I have to like start a new chat because I'm worried this one's going to go away. But it's leaving it. Okay, so when he was cast opposite Robert in a new vampire romance film, tensions were high from the start. As they began rehearsing their scenes, Robert and Edward couldn't stand each other. Edward found Robert's fame and good looks irritating, while Robert was intimidated by Edward's intense gaze and mysterious aura. But as they delved deeper into their characters and their tumultuous relationship, something unexpected began to happen. They started to understand each other's vulnerabilities and insecurities, and a deep connection began to form between them. As they filmed their love scenes, the on-screen chemistry between Robert and Edward was electric, leaving fans swooning at the sight of their intense, passionate romance. Despite the many challenges they faced, Robert and Edward's love for each other only seemed to grow stronger with time. And as they walked the red carpet at the film's premiere, hand in hand, it was clear that their love was real and unbreakable. I want to send that to Robert Pattinson.
My thing is though, like it's interesting, like it's leaving out the fact that Edward is a vampire. Like it's not like
No, it said he was a vampire.
yeah, I know, but it's just like it's not like important. It's important to the story, and it's not including it.
Well, for an AI, it's like, what's that matter?
Well, it's a secret.
You're just upset it's not.
It needs to be better.
Yeah, you're right. I know. Okay, well, how about this one? I have an idea. What about a slow burn romance between, I don't know, like Andrew Tate and Logan Paul?
Your two favorite people?
What makes you say that?
I don't know. You've just been like really gloomy lately and like kind of sad. And I really kind of noticed it was like when everyone found out that Andrew Tate got arrested,
Yeah,
you kind of really like retreated back into your shell. Like,
you're right. It is when I entered my curmudgeon era.
so I don't know. I don't know if it's just like a coincidence or or maybe you're just like a huge Andrew Tate fan and I'm sure you're like really going through it.
I don't know.
With Logan Paul's controversy, I know
Yeah.
you really identified with his documentary, his like redemption documentary. That
Oh,
he put out.
yeah.
Like,
That one really touched me.
yeah, like when he jumped out of the plane.
Well,
Like,
it's also
I'm
just
pretty
like,
sure I saw you like shed a tear.
the thing is they keep calling him a scammer, but it's like I literally own the reason why I can't pay my bills on time is because I own the most shares of his shiny Charizard.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit's real. It's like, you're going to tell me I don't? You know what I mean? And like, yeah, I sunk a bunch of money into Crypto Zoo. But like, I know things are going to pan out for me.
Yeah,
on
I'm
it.
sure it'll turn around,
That's the
right?
thing.
Like
That's what people don't understand about cryptocurrency.
it's a long game, right?
It's a long game.
It's a long game.
And they expect quick turnaround. And he can't, like,
You can't
it's
promise
just,
that.
You can't promise that, and it's just like, if he could, I feel like that would be the scam,
Like if there was actually like a return on investment, that would be a scam.
Yeah, like if he was like, I guarantee, that's a scam.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So anyway,
So make sure you guys subscribe to our Patreon so Papa Trash can
pay my bills.
And she also has a GoFundMe for Andrew Tate for his legal fees. I personally don't think that it's okay. I wouldn't actually promote it, but like I have to be
I
a
don't
supportive
know.
partner.
I don't know. I don't think I actually made that GoFundMe. So I didn't.
Anyways,
When does the bit go too far? Never. Because it's not a bit. Because free Andrew Tate.
this fan fiction that we're about to type in right here is really important for Papa Trash because it's between our two favorite people, Andrew Tate and Logan Paul.
Write me a romantic slow burn story about Logan, Paul, and Andrew Tate.
I would maybe like
I'm gonna see if it works with the names. If it doesn't, then I'll change it.
because I would put more information. I'd be like famous YouTuber and controversial podcaster. Do you know what I mean?
Famous YouTuber and podcaster, because Impulsive is the greatest podcast in the world. I think is yes. And just put a little respect on it a little bit. Because like, I don't know. What have you ever done in
What?
comparison to Logan?
Not much, to be honest. Maybe it should be like a cute, like they met on vacation kind of vibe.
Ooh.
Like a
Maybe they met at the Bugatti store.
like they like yeah, like or like they met in like Fiji or like where does Logan Paul, doesn't he have like Costa Rica?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico
They meet in Puerto Rico
on vacation.
on vacation
On
to buy Bugattis. Oh, this one's kind of long.
You said slow burn, dude. It's like a whole novel.
Oh my god, it's still going.
It's still writing. Jeez. Okay, there we go.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. So here's the story. Ready?
Okay.
Papa's going to read it. And I'm going to feel so much better about all the things that have been going on. Logan Paul and Andrew Tate were two of the biggest names in the online world. Logan was a famous YouTuber and podcaster known for his outrageous pranks and antics, while Andrew was a controversial podcaster with a reputation for speaking his mind and stirring up drama.
That's all he did.
That's all he did, dude. The two men had never met before, but they both happened to be vacationing in Puerto Rico at the same time, both with the same goal in mind, to buy the latest Bugatti sports car.
Yeah, get the Bugatti.
Bugatti. Logan and Andrew met at the dealership. I'm sorry. Logan and Andrew met at the dealership where they immediately recognized each other from their online fame. They struck up a conversation and quickly realized that they had a lot in common despite their differences. Over the course of their vacation, the two men spent more and more time together, exploring the beautiful beaches and luxury car dealerships of Puerto Rico. They bonded over their shared love of fast cars and their ambitious dreams for the future. As the days went on, Logan and Andrew found themselves falling for each other in a slow burn romance.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. They were drawn to each other's confidence and charisma, and they enjoyed pushing each other to be the best they could be.
Yeah, that's realistic.
In the end, Logan and Andrew decided to leave Puerto Rico together with a new Bugatti in tow and deep love for each other in their hearts. They knew that their relationship wouldn't always be easy, given their fame and the drama that seemed to follow them wherever they went, but they were determined to make it work. Together, they faced the challenges that came their way and built a life filled with love, adventure, and fast cars. The end.
That sounds like a Fast and Furious plot.
I literally just wanted to put family at the end of that. Oh my god, I gotta copy this. This is amazing.
Beautiful.
Dude. So what's the deal? Okay, can we also... So is ChatGPT clearly a Logan Paul and Andrew Tate fan? Because if it won't write me a Lead and Lorcan fan fiction
It will.
that I deserve, and it won't write me a Robert Pattinson Edward Cullen fan fiction for whatever reason, that violates content policy. Do you think Robert Pattinson has his hand in this? He's quite powerful. He's the Batman.
I think it's because Edward Cullen is probably an IP, so.
Stupid. Well,
At least I feel like we got one good one.
you know what? I'm gonna.
And ours, maybe.
It's fine. Yeah. ChatGPT, I don't know. That one feels
That
like it
one
could
was-
actually break boundaries.
It has potential, but I would say it's not there yet.
The thing is that they really need to open up this needs to create sexual content. This needs to create sexual literature.
It needs
to create smut. It needs to create spice. Because if there's one thing I've learned is that through these trying times since 2020, that there is one unifying thing on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
and it's smut.
Yeah, and also like I find like if it was pro girl, pro woman, it would write smutty fan fiction.
Yeah, if it was
ChatGPT is not a feminist. Like clearly.
it will, and it's interesting. It's interesting. And it won't. But this love story between Logan Paul and Andrew Tate that it wrote me. That's important. I'm picturing them like holding hands and riding
Yeah.
off in the Bugatti.
Right, you hear like the sound of the car unlock. It's like the heart's unlocking,
Oh,
you know.
yeah. Okay.
See, the ChatGPT can write you like the story, but it can't write you the heart, dude.
You're
It
right.
Can't write you the emotion.
Because if I was writing this, I know I would compare the sound of like Andrew Tate's orgasm as Logan pounds into him like to that of like a Bugatti engine.
oh my,
Powerful.
fast. Just so many like car sex analogies.
Yeah, so many, dude. You know what I mean?
How much horsepower does the Bugatti
How
have?
much horsepower does Logan have? Well, he's a maverick.
Mhm.
So, you know, a lot. So, anyway, that's been the Demon Trash podcast. It's been so lovely to have you all here with us as we do business and business things.
Important work.
I don't know. Anyone working at ChatGPT or anyone who can get me in contact with their team, Papa Trash is standing by to hop on a Zoom, whatever's most convenient, to talk to the team. Because we got to get on this explicit content.
Mm-hmm.
There's real money to be made there.
I know it can write it. They just locked it away.
Oh yeah, they
They
definitely
just locked
did.
it
There's
away,
like
dude.
keywords. Like, what do you think they got on there? Like tumescent, penis, penis, boobs.
Well, it could probably write you a sex education article, but it won't write me a spicy one.
Ooh,
Maybe. I don't know.
we might have to play around with that. Write me a sex education story between. Yeah. Anyway,
Get around the things.
let's round this one up. What do you say?
Well, welcome to 2023.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I just think with everything going on with, Tate, Andrew Tate, the man being locked away and
Gotta
Logan
hang in
going
there,
through his
bud.
scandals, dude, it's been
Hang in
hard for
there.
me. And I think you got to the meat of the issue for me. So I just got to look past it. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for being here. Check out the links and all that to our Patreon. We got some new stuff. We have a new tier, and it's going to be our only tier, the Trashlings Supreme. Join our Discord so we can have more internet silly time with you, the Demon Trash Realm, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Go check out our other YouTube channel, and that's all I really got to say about that. And subscribe to our Demon Trash Podcast YouTube channel. And while you're at it, why don't you just go rate this motherfucker on whatever podcast platform you listen to it on. If you're here on YouTube, hey, what's up? Anyway, that's all I really got to say about that.
That is all.
That is all.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Are you really mad about Kylo getting buccal fat removal?
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, you're right. Goodbye.